What's up, everyone? Welcome to this day in Philly sports history for October 3rd, 2022. And I'm excited to announce that I don't know when, hopefully, maybe today at some point, but I am going to start posting this as a mini pod on the same platforms you get all of your other podcasts. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, it might be today, might not be till tomorrow's episode, but going to start this as a mini daily pod. Same premise, same time, 2 to 5 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm still going to post it on YouTube, but just to make it easier for some of the folks who like to just listen to podcasts on their drive to work when they're working out. So be on the lookout for that. What a weekend to be a Philly fan. I would say if you'd have told me that we'd be sitting here Monday with the Eagles winning and the Phil's magic number only being one game to clinch a wild card spot, I would have taken it. It definitely was a roller coaster ride for the Phils, but I didn't get a chance to watch much because I was at the Eagles game, but it seemed like they came out and pretty much did what and handled their business the way they had to do. Thank you again for the Marlins for some late magic to beat the Brewers and knock that magic number down to one. So the Phillies this week head into a 3-game series with the Astros, who are kind of resting up. They probably are going to try to get their pitchers some work, but they don't want to overwork them because they've already clinched the number one seed in the American League. So just need to win one of those three or have the Brewers lose. I would rather win it and have clinch a playoff spot the way of winning rather than backdooring it. But hey, at this point, it's been 11 years. I'll take it any way I can. So we'll leave it at that. So go Phils. The Eagles actually looked pretty well. I was very impressed with that team. The weather was just nasty. I still feel like I'm just soaked from that game. But one thing I was waiting to see is how they responded when things got tough or to some adversity. And the Jaguars, Doug Peterson had them ready to play. I give him a ton of credit, and I talked about it on Back to the Future. I feel he got a bad raw deal here in Philly at the end, but I think he's a good coach. And he showed that yesterday. He had them ready to go. They punched the Eagles in the mouth. They came in to our house and punched them in the mouth early. And I was excited to see how the Eagles responded. And they did it. They responded by just pounding the ball all day. They made some timely catches and passes when they needed to, but they just came back and counterpunched and ended up pulling out the 29-21 win, which means we did once again lose our bet. But again, if that's what it takes, I will bet the opposing team with the points every time if it's going to have the Eagles continue to win. So as I said, it was a good weekend to be a Philadelphia fan. Very excited. My voice is a little shaky, but this, like I said, will be a new mini pod starting hopefully tonight. So for this day in Philly sports history, we're going to go back to 1993. The Eagles beat the Jets 35-30. This is one of my favorite games and at the same time one of my least favorite games as an Eagles fan growing up. The win against the Jets, the Eagles went to 4-0. This was the game where Eric Allen had that electrifying 94-yard interception return for a touchdown off of Boomer Esiason, where he just kind of weaved up and down the field. The problem was, it was an exciting game because the Eagles were down 21-0 and then 28-14 at various times during that game and battled back, which was their MO early in that season. They would get down early, make it interesting, and battle back, come out with the win. So they went to 4-0, but it came at a cost. Fred Barnett tore his ACL earlier in that game. And then I forget exactly when. It may have been in the second half, but Randall Cunningham actually broke his leg. And when Eric Allen returned that touchdown, he handed the ball to Randall, who was standing in the tunnel at the old Meadowlands on crutches. But that led to Bubby Brister being the Eagles quarterback, and they went on to lose 6 games in a row. Never fully recovered after that. Finished the season 8-8. But it definitely showed some promise for that 94 team. But I mean, it was an exciting time, but the Eagles beat the Jets 35-30 at the Meadowlands in 1993 on October 3rd. Came at a cost. They, like I said, they never recovered, but we are going to examine that season or that particular game and that season on the next Back to the Future, which is going to be recording at some point this week, either tonight or tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. So Phil's magic number is 1. Eagles looking good at 4-0, the last undefeated team in the NFL. This day in Philly sports history is coming soon to wherever you get your podcasts. I'm excited about that, trying to expand and just continue to grow what we're doing here. Back to the Future dropping later this week on that 1993 Eagles team. And until next time, have yourselves a Monday. They're always much easier when the Eagles win. And I'll see you when I see you.